Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, I saw this on Twitter. I think I saw just the beginning because, well, was just the beginning that it was there. I thought it was like something fun, fan-made, and they were putting up. I thought was just okay, or just, oh, we are doing something funny to reveal some, but we're going to reveal some solid information. I watched 1 minute of this already, and that's why I decided to do the video. This goes in line with the Gamescom video, and it kind of goes in line with another video than I would supposed to do. But I decided then fucked, let's not do. Like or not, the beta / demo is coming out, and again, I fucking didn't get the key yet. So if I really want to get in on that shit, it's probably then I'm gonna need to buy it. Okay, hell. So let's go. I'm gonna say where I stop it, so I just wanna say, watch this beforehand. Link has always gonna be on the description, the top one. And I know sometimes I say then mostly I thought on my, like, in my head, I question what LSD or what kind of drug I need to take for Kojima to watch any Death Stranding trailer. I like to formally apologize to Kojima. This, I need to take some drugs to understand. Not the thing itself, but the reason. And for God.
Once upon a time, on an island lost in the seas, a strange fellow was strolling among the trees. Wary, he felt danger coming from the dark. Appalling, monstrous things that plague and bark. He ran on, braving the island's perils, mustering the courage to face its devious devils, slinking through the shadows, wearing hoods. He saw them and knew there are wolves in these woods.
I finished watching here, and let me be sincere about one thing. If, and for some miracles, I question myself that. So from now on, everything is gonna be new to me too. But there is one way that I would not be completely, like, going crazy about this thing. If the cartoonish on the characters were not there. I can get behind the fairy tale, like the narration, but if we only have the real gameplay, like no that cartoony bullshit on it, I have to say, I would be fine. It would be okay-ish. Let's keep going. Oh no, I watched this
through
one.
The shadowy trees, when your skin is caressed by a shivering breeze. Unseen, you watch them lurking around. Be swift, be quiet, lie on the ground. Put on your magic paint and disappear when the dreadful shadow passes near. Whistling in the wind, he hasn't a clue. It's your turn to be the trickster. Boom!
Yeah, that's the one that I got that. Because the first one is just bullshit, so it doesn't matter. But this one, it kinda got me on that vibe. Like, okay, if, and really a big if, there wasn't this, like the whole cartoonish style, yeah, okay, it would be a trailer, so it would not be good or bad, it would just exist.
Running through the island, under skies of blue. The big bad wolves have made a fool of you. Scurrying away, down the slope you fall, sliding and rolling, just like a snowball. But you have the power to heal yourself. With a wave of a wand, you'll restore your health.
Did the SRB start to like go rough one day for some reason?
In a magical kingdom far, far away, you were wandering on a
There's something
beautiful
very
day.
wrong about this.
You stumble upon a flowery glade. Your friend is just sleeping. Don't be afraid. But as the sleeper did not stir, you stole him from where his dreams were. The power of magic is all it will take with a strike to the heart. Now he's awake.
It's like, it's okay when Fallout do this shit.
Once upon a time, in a wood far away, the wicked wolves had come out to play. But they were not ready for the three little drones, for the day had come to leave their homes. No more let me in, let me in. No more, not by
What
the hair
the
of my
fuck?
chinny chin chin. They huffed and they puffed, and blew the wolves in.
Okay. Now, that was it. Uh, fuck. How can I say this? Like, we have 3 pieces of information, right? 4, maybe. The first one, then we have wolves, the bandage one, the revive, and the drone. Okay, 4 pieces of information. I think let's go again with the same thing that I was said before. Where is the new information? Like, we already know everything about this. We already know that we can have 3 drones to do sync shots. We already know then you can use bandages. We already know you can carry your teammates. We already know about the prone camo. We already know there is wolves. Like, it's the fucking face of the game right now. Funnily enough, that's something that I noticed. The Ultimate Edition, and I'm pointing with my finger because I'm retarded, but the mouse is on top. Is the wolf, the single wolf is the cover-up, so interesting. But wow, why? That's the big question I have right now. Why? Because this probably took time to like make the hand draw cartoonish stuff. They really don't have anything else to show about the game? Is that the thing? Or they really afraid to show anything else, then will like break more pre-orders than they already don't have? Or they already have, because they don't know. Wow, I'm not gonna lie, the biggest thing on this shenanigan, this video, this trailer, this drug-induced hallucinogenic trip is so fucking tone deaf. First, I think if we didn't have the cartoonish stuff, this would be okay. Not good, okay. Like, even with the narration, I think the contrast between the narration and the what is happening would be interesting to like push a little bit the game to the more to the audience than the game has. But that would push the game this trailer, this 3 minute trailer, 4 minute trailer for what the fuck they are doing with their time to an okay thing. Now, the last quote unquote part, the only thing that would push this to a good thing is if we got any new information. And we don't have it. It's just an advertise for Xbox after that. Hell, this is like it's really when you get the we already have all the information and they just recycle it in a trailer. Then I think this is gonna piss off more people than going to like. I don't know, if they give a piece of mechanic then we don't know about it, like, then I could be okay with. But it's, again, they are recycling the same information. Like, everything that we heard on this trailer, we heard on the announcement live stream back in, I don't fucking know, April or something. I don't remember when it was. May, maybe? What the hell is going on? Because that's the big reason. I kind of, let me mute the trailer and just let it roll. That's the thing, and my kind of thing about it, because that was something that I still question that on Gamescom. I still question that on E3, and I make that exactly question in the Gamescom video, and I think people kind of misunderstood what I was saying. It's not that I wanted to know about the plot of the game, about the history of the game, about the intricacies of how the wolves got to power, or the what happened to the Skeltech guy, or whatever like this. I don't want to know about the plot. I think I used the term about the single player. We already would have single player missions a little bit, but I used that mostly because it's that thing. How can I explain? Because of during the single player missions, we would see more mechanic. We would eventually we would have to see the inventory system. Eventually we would have to see the bullet drop. Eventually we would have to see if the drones are spongy or not. Eventually we would have to see. And that's the thing. There is a very big difference to want to be surprised and to be completely devoid of information, so you don't know, you cannot make an informed decision about buying the game or not. And I think that is the point that we have now, because we don't know how bullet sponge is the enemies. Like, Ubisoft say it's okay, enemies are not bullet sponge, but in no moment they said that the drones are not bullet sponge. And again, a little bit of he said, then she said, and he said, but on a video someone says, then the developer itself said, then the drones are meant to create that bullet sponge feeling, that difficult scaling of having to take more shots to kill an enemy. Then there was a complaint on the Division, because they literally, I think the quote the guy used on the video is, they were looking into the Division and they saw the problem about the bullet sponge, and since that they don't want to deliver bullet sponge human enemies, so because of that they deliver the drones. To that matter of fact, it's still like a, how can I put, I think the right word would be slope about it. We don't know, and that's the thing. We have this problem about information that we really don't have. Because of that, we come to conclusions. And well, we're gamers. We have been fucked a long time ago, and we keep being. So it's fair to assume then things are not gonna go the best. That's one of the biggest reasons why I'm still believing then the drones are bullet sponge. But that's what I'm kind of telling here. It's not about being surprised about the plot, because one of the comments compare like, oh, when you go to see the end game, you want to be spoiled about the plot. Well, no, I don't. But the fact is, a movie and a game are very different. Uh, the way you interact with a movie is you sit, you watch, you digest, and mostly is that it. You can discuss with friends, and that is. The way when you do for a game, you can sit and watch because there will be cutscenes, there will be things, but you interact with the world. And the way then you're gonna be interacting with the world is to your inventory system of how you're gonna better your player to face your character to face better or tougher challenges. Uh, how the damage of the weapons will inflict how much damage you inflict to different type of enemies. So these are things then does create a, how can I say, then make you one then make you play the game, and that is things then you need to have information. One thing is, I have to say, I did settle down and ask myself a different question, because the comment to question if I that the about the one about the end game, because there was another one who was not that smart about it, but I'm not gonna talk much about it. This one in specific, I question myself about one thing. If tomorrow Dark Souls 4 is announced, and let us remind, then Dark Souls doesn't fucking do marketing that much, but you have a couple of gameplay. You're gonna have like a 10-minute gameplay here, a 5-minute gameplay there, and stuff like that. Again, during the entire section, although Dark Souls isn't completely different, you don't have a fuck of a clue what is happening. Fuck, you don't have a clue what's happening. Mostly when you're playing, you have to wait video to do a video till you start to understand what the fuck is going on. But besides that, and that's not mostly the point I am doing, is the only way I would be fine if, for example, they don't show much gameplay, because in some way I know what I'm expecting about Dark Souls. I'm fully aware how the gameplay work, how the weapon's gonna work, or how things gonna work like that. But if during those gameplay or doing an interview or doing anything like that, the team, the developer, the team behind someone somewhere on the article or whatever tells me there will be a core gameplay changes. For example, what they did to Sekiro. They will change the style of the weapons. You only will have one weapon or stuff like that. That would be something that would make me really look into it. I really will need to see. Well, wait. I need more information to see, because I like Dark Souls because it can do a lot of builds, because it can choose whatever weapon I want, quote unquote, and run to the entire game with it if I'm skilled enough. Mostly I don't, but like it or not, I still prefer the most overpowered weapons because I better the game. But in the end, it's that the fact. The reason why I mostly am deprived of information, and I mostly reflect that on every time I talk about this game, is because there's so much change on that, and we don't know what this change will entitle. And because of that, because what we are seeing with loot system, with the bullet sponge drones, with everything like that, there is doubt enough then maybe make the game not good enough to pre-order or to buy even. Now, some of you will say, wait and play the demo, the beta, then it will come out, then it's nothing more than a demo. But it's not guaranteed and I will get a key. The only guaranteed way to get the key is to pre-order the game. Oh, you can watch the gameplay when the beta came out. I will side a little bit with people that say then sometimes watching is not the same as playing. Something that I already stated in a couple of my videos. But the reality of this is simple. In the end, it's not about surprise against like surprise being not have information and being detriment to my enjoyment of the game. It's about not having information. It's damaging my way to decide if I can or cannot pre-order the game. Because again, there is still a lot of things. For example, I just came out with that during the multiplayer. Because when they literally say, oh, the rewards that you keep on, then you end up getting on PvP will translate on the PvP, will translate to the PvE. And then I remember about the battle crates. So that means then the battle crates will drop gear and this gear will have stats? Or is it the entire other way around? The gear the battle crates will drop will only be cosmetic, to not inflict anything on the PvP aspect. So that will mean the entire cosmetic part of the game will be behind grinding for boxes or shelling out cash. If not, if the gear has stats, does that mean then you can literally buy power on the single player? So you see, the question and the end question, the end thing, end up being the information, the lack of information is generating so much doubt that it's a detriment to the game. And the conclusions then you can arrive are mostly negative. So it's not about, oh, you want to get the game spoiled to you. In my opinion, saying mechanics about the game is not spoiling anything. Really, if on Sekiro Row they talk about Dragon Rot, they said, oh, if you die too many times, this is gonna have impact on your world. You're gonna have problems with NPCs, and they show Dragon Rot, they show the item, and you're going to have to use a special item to cure that. That's fine. It didn't affect when I arrived to the game and started playing, it's just gonna tick a box on my head and say, well, wait, I know that. I know then there is a thing to do. I needed to try find out about more about this Dragon Rot stuff. And I'm gonna do in the game. So it's not about the plot. Because yeah, with when you're saying here about plot, as I said, I don't want to get spoiled about how the wolves took the island, what happened to Midas, what happened to all the other ghosts. I don't care about it. I want to know that while I'm playing. But mechanics? Yeah, I'm right now to feel safe, to feel that I'm able to pre-order this game. Yeah, I need to know that. And to be honest, not only to pre-order, to buy the game on itself, because there's so little information. Even with the amount of gameplay that we have, there's so little information about this game. And that is when the trick starts to come in. It's not because like the gameplay that we have don't contain most of of that information. For example, the drone, like balance on health, it's difficult to know because the entire health balance or health thing can be completely out of the window. It can be different from the alpha footage that people play, the first OTT, the second OTT, the demo that we're gonna play, the builds that people play behind closed door, and the release date. So health can change, but loot, inventory system, gunsmith, and all of that thing, in the core, it won't change that much. And those are the things then they are forcing people to not showing. Remember, when the first thing came out, when the first gameplay review, not gameplay review, the first like OTT and the first closed beta for streamers and influencers and YouTubers came out, they were stated they could not show the inventory system. With that in mind, that does create the questions, and then many people wants to know how much gear going to influence. Can I really tailor my goals to the character itself to the way that I want? Can I customize? Can I fully customize the character to the way that I want, or do I going to need to grind for the right bullet vest, to the right vest, to the right backpack, to the right boots, to the right pants, to the right mask, to the right cloak, or whatever? You see, those points start to going further and further. So, after talking like a shit ton of time about this, I come to the last part of this conclusion. Again, the series is coming to an end. The problems of, mostly on Breaking Point, it's coming really to an end. There's not much time to go, there's not much content to go. I think in reality the series is going to end after the beta slash demo. There will be a couple videos I will do like after one video on each of the topics that I cover, or the topics then still deserve coverage. And yeah, that's mostly gonna be it. Sad, not gonna deny. Then the fact is, as I said, I already accept this for what it is. Maybe it's not a game for me, and that's fine. I just hope they didn't advertise as Breaking Point, as Ghost Recon, because that is one of the reasons why I'm still doing this series. Because I love the franchise. And despite what some people said, no, I doubt it. Then the core, the loyal fam. Well, to be honest, I don't. The loyal crazy fanatics, yeah, they will take whatever Ubisoft throw at it. The core fan base of Breaking Point, of Ghost Recon, they probably are not that happy with this. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. See you guys next time. And funnily enough, I made a 30-minute video almost on a 4-minute trailer. Hell, that is a fucking... that should be some record or something. See you guys next time.